Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Adiba binti Mak Gani, matric number 270290. Legacy Catering Company is business that will be registered in July 2020 to conduct catering activities around Alor Jitra and surrounding areas. We also provide service based on customer requests and do our best to meet customer needs. Our type of catering service is focused on dinner events only. This because the manager made the decision because during the day the manager and other staff members will run the school in Chanlong towns. Why you must hire our company? Because planning an event requires a lot of time and preparation. There are many things to do to make an event complete and memorable, from decoration and invitation to food and drinks. Legacy Catering Company will help you prepare one main meal to handle. As a catering company, we take the time to review your food and beverage offerings and present them in a way that impress your guests. We have the skill and experience to make your vision be a reality. We will modify to the environment of any place to ensure your food and drink match the scenery and look perfect. Legacy Catering Company also cares about all aspects of catering and event management. Combine our strong relationship with leading decor and scenery service and media creators to plan event that smoothly without interruption. To date, we maintain our tradition of serving our customer with the best of premise catering, a combination of the best food quality with creative displays, event teams, and with a professional service team. Next, I will continue with the problem statement. Previously, our company had stored data manually. Our catering information is also stored and recorded on paper. This will make it difficult for company administration to find catering information. The likelihood of data loss is high and it is difficult to compile schedule. Next, the menu prepared and produced by our company also use package list and manual menus. This caused our company customer service to be slightly affected, as not all customers have the time to visit our company to manage reservation. Sometimes there are also customers who cancel reservation with our company because they find it difficult to get in touch without a meeting because there are no menus and package in web. Lastly, due the large number of customer, our company need the help of certain function to maintain and keep record accurately. Our company needs complete software to maintain daily transaction. Furthermore, our staff also need to constantly update record, cash transaction, daily employees report, and customer feedback. It is difficult for managers to see desk order, kitchen, reception desk, and counters at the same time. Therefore, Legacy Catering Company want to create an access database to provide catering service for various events.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bjib Ismail. My metric number is 270979. Today I will present about the draw ERD for information system. The first entity relationship diagram is a client, while a primary key is a client ID and another attribution is was name, email, and telephone number. The second entity is caterer, while the primary key is the caterer ID. For another attribution was name, salary, and position. The third entity is order, while the primary key is order ID, and another attribution is career ID, menu ID, and quantity. The fourth entity is the menu, while the primary key is a menu ID and another attribution is menu selection, food, drink, dessert, and price. The fifth entity is a schedule, while the primary key is another attribution. It was caterer ID, event ID, start time, and end time. And the last entity is an event, while the primary key is the event ID, and the attribution is type, event, event date, and location. For relation, we have a two. This is a one-to-many and many-to-many. First, a to-many relationship. Database contain a carrier table and client table. After that, for the many-to-many relationship, our catering legacy company have two link many-to-many relationship. In the first case, relationship is many caterer can be many menu, so this may have a associative entity with its order. In a second case relationship, many caterer can be many event, so that may have a associative entity with schedule. And now I will present about creating the database table. We need to first construct the database table and specify the name of all fields we want to store the table, create and access database. The database access table allows you to split into the different selections. We can build the database from the scratch to design the access database, or use the exist prototype, which is we can change. The database architecture involves specific both the number of fields to be the fixed information, storage, and the maximum amount of data that each field can contain. First step to create a database in Access is first we go to Microsoft Access and open it, and second click the File tab, and the third is choose New, and the fourth click an icon such as a blank database or the prototype for the database. A window open as you click on the prototype as you see the glimpse of the template. The first click is enter and description, name for your database, and file name, text window. And 6, in order to create your database file, press create a button. A blank database is shown by entry. And the 7th step is tap the mouse to click the add edge. The access of show a menu determine that the source of data such as the text or number that field should contain. The 8th step is select a long text. A generic field name such as field 1 is shown by the entry. And the 9th step is enter a name such as the first category ID for your area. And the 10th step is push, click, and enter. And another click of the X column shows the access. It lets you select the type of data to store in the next sector. The 11th step is to select the long text or some other form of the data you want to fill the content. And the 12th step is the type of the name of your area, such as the last name field. The 13th step is for the each additional area that you want to build to repeat, and then repeat step 10 through the 12th. And then the 14th step is click each on the keyboard when you are done adding the field. And the lastly step is just continue the step to do another table and key in the data, and then save the database before you close it. That's all for me. I will pass to next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Ahmad Azizi bin Muhammad Kasri, metric number 262562, and I will be presenting on how to establish table relationship. Relationships in databases are classified into 3 sorts, each of which is named by the number of table rows involved in the relationship. Between the two tables, each of these 3 sorts of relationship exists. Only the one-to-many and many-to-many relationships are displayed for legacy catering. Next is creating a relationship in Microsoft Access 2016. First, click Relationship from the ribbon when seeing the table in Design View and ensuring that the Design tab is chosen. With the selected table, the Relationship tab will show. To begin the relationship, click and drag the fields at the top of the field in another table. 2 fields will appear in the Edit Relationship dialog box. Make any necessary changes and then click OK. Next is the relationship tab. The relationship tab between caterer and client. With the selected table, the relationship tab will show. To begin the relationship, click and drag the field at the top of the field in another table. The relationship option allows you to create a relationship by dragging a field from one table to another. Drag the caterer ID value from the caterer field to the client field. The main keys are client ID in the client table and caterer ID in the caterer table. The foreign key is caterer ID. The edit relationship dialog box. Two fields will appear in the edit relationship dialog box. Make any necessary changes and then click OK. The edit dialog permits you to make changes to the relationship, such as requiring data integrity. The results of legacy catering company table relationship. The relationship table in our legacy catering company displays one-to-many and many-to-many relationships. A database has a caterer table and a client table for one-to-many relationship. Any of the client can be served a large number of clients, but a single client cannot be supplied by a large number of caterers. There may be several clients in the client field for each caterer in the caterer database. Our company adds a new field to the client table called caterer ID, which is the same as the ID field in the caterer table. The caterer ID number can then be used in the client field by access. Because each client has only one caterer, but each caterer has numerous clients, the relational database between the caterer table and the client table of our legacy catering firm may be a one-to-many relationship. Legacy catering uses a third table called a joint table to split the many-to-many relationships into two one-to-many relationships. Each record in a joint table, such as the orders table, has a match field that contains the value of the primary keys of the two records it combines, which are the caterer ID and menu ID. Caterer ID and menu ID are foreign keys in the joint table. Caterer and event are involved in a many-to-many relationship. A caterer can handle a variety of events, and one event can be overseen by a number of caterers. The primary keys are caterer ID in the caterer table and event ID in the event table. In a many-to-many relationships, there is no foreign key. As a link between caterer and event, the schedule table was built. The caterer ID and event ID foreign keys in the schedule table link the many-to-many relationship. That is all for my part. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Syahira Rafika binti Razali. My measure number 261593. So today I would like to present about my part, which is generate form to input data. We are using Microsoft Access. First, we need to create form. Open the table to create the form in database. To make a form on which all attributes from the table, go to create tab at the top of the tab and then click form, and it will automatically make a form. Okay, next in the design tab, which is here, click the control group, which is click at the drop down arrow, and make sure that use control wizard is selected. After that, click the button command, which is this one, at above control wizard, then put the button command at caterer ID field to go. Okay, after we click the command button wizard at the caterer ID, this pane will appear. In the category pane, select the record navigation and find record, then click next. Select the button to display text or picture and use the default binocular picture. Okay, and then click next. Okay, after we click next, we need to put at the search, we need to put the name, which is what things that we need to search. As for the example, caterer. This name will not appear at the button, but knowing the name will help us quickly find the button if we want to modify it with property sheet. After adding the button name, click finish. Okay, next, to test the new button, which is this one, go to the switch to form, just click the search button, click this one, and it will appear the find and replace dialog box. Then just search the caterer ID, put the caterer ID here, and it will appear the result. Okay, after we finish test the new button, we need to formatting form. After create form, modify the form layout, which will resize and rearrange the field to look neat. So to modify, select the field or button to resize. Click and drag the mouse to resize the selected. Click at here and drag the mouse to resize the selected, which is we resize the size of this box. And then go to Arrange tab, it should be up right here, which contains tool to customize a form layout, and select Insert Right Command for add column at the right side to make space for the field or button that we want to move. Drag the field or column to its new location. Make sure to move the field and label as well. Repeat the step for any other field or button you want to move. More info, takes more or less space than one column to create a field to use the merge and split command. This merge command making the two or more cells, while the split command split the cell. But in our assignment, we just use simple add column insert right as shown in the figure. Okay, this is the result after we move and drag other cells. Okay, lastly, modifying the colors of form component to customize the appearance of our form. We apply different colors to every field, button, label, and other form component to make a form appearing neat. To apply it, just go to Format tab, which is up right here, and choose Shape Fill, Shape Outline, or Shape Effect. So we just customize the color of our form and apply a new background color to form field, and we're doing the same with the common buttons. This figure is the example form one relation table, which is a caterer table that turned to caterer form. Okay, last but not least, this is the overall report form in SS, which is this one is caterer form, this is the client form, and event form. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shafika Nimanti Hilmi. My matric number is 270675. Next, my part is building 3 queries to access specific data and creating a report. The queries is divided to inserting query, deleting query, and updating query. Query is an object that will provide a custom view of the data. Okay, first step in building query is inserting query. Insert query is one or more new rows into the specific table or query. For insert query, we use a manual way where we write insert into in SQL. Okay, let's go to how to insert the query in Microsoft SF. First of all, this is a schedule table before we insert new data. Secondly, go to the create up there, and we need to select the query design to create an insert query. Then we click close because we will do manual way to insert new data. After we close the table, we need to click SQL on the left part up there. After that, a blank white sheet will appear. Then we will write insert into caterer, caterer ID, caterer name, salary, position, values 110 diah 2000 packing. And after that, we need to click run and select yes. And the new data 110 diah 2000 packing already been inserted into the caterer table as below. After that, we need to save and name the query as insert caterer, and all is done. Next, second step in building query is deleting query. Let me tell you guys what is deleting query. Deleting query is an action of query that delete a set of record according to the criteria that we already specified. In deleting query, first step is we must show a schedule table before we do a delete query. Then go to create and then select the query design with the table that we want to be the option to be deleted. We need to double click at the schedule and click close. Double click on event ID and schedule ID, and after that this field will be added down there. Then go to menu bar and click on delete. Insert the event ID 8001 and schedule ID 1001 detail that need to be deleted, and click run. The new table of schedule will be shown with the data of event ID A001 and schedule ID 1001 has been deleted from schedule table, and we need to save and name our deleted query as deleted schedule. Now it's done. Okay, last but not least is updating query. What is meaning of update query? Updating query is used to modify the records that are already existing in our database. We can use the where clause to update the selected rows in the table that we already selected. First, there is caterer table before we do an update query. Click on create and then click query design with the caterer table open. This kind of table will appear and we need to double click at caterer and click close. Double click at field that we want to update, which is salary, and then click update. After that, we will insert the formula to make all of the caterer salary being updated. So the formula that we use is salary in bracket *2, and after that we click run. Click yes and save and name the updated query as updated caterer. The new table of caterer will be shown with new salary update and is already done. My second part is creating a report. Report is an offer a way to view, format, and summarize the information in our database. So, a report will consist of information that is pulled from our tables or queries. Firstly, open the event table. Go to create and click on report. Then, the event table will be shown as a report. Click on the right mouse and go to the date filter. Then go to all dates in period. Down there and 12 month will be shown beside it. Click January because we want our report to show the event that will be held in January only. After that, the report will show the event in January. Lastly, save a report as a report event. That's all from my presenting for today. Thank you. In conclusion, the catering business can be a difficult industry to enter. However, if we can face all our challenges with successful solution, it can be a very fun industry to work. In addition, with the available data, this provides convenience to employee as well as customer. This because when we interact with customer, we will obtain data from customer, and that customer data make it easier for us as employees to identify if there are more service to be provided to the same customer than the old customer data in our system. So companies no longer need to take the same customer data because their data is already available. This situation also simplifies long-term customer without having to retrieve their data. After that, the database enables instant access to essential data, safe data storage, and analytic capabilities. If the data is nicely organized in Microsoft Access, this can make life easier for legacy catering companies. This is due the fact that manually entering all of these facts in an existing system would take a long time and could result in error. The data is then during data update. All of our caterers, current and previous records are saved in a database, which is uploaded whenever a party is cancelled. Additionally, the web-based database can contain information about customer, client, catering orders, menu, schedule, and events. That's all from our group. Thank you.